howdy, welcome to Hang the Critic with Josh Paul. I'm Josh Paul and this is Hang the Critic. Now today I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about the philosophy of Hang the Critic. And I've already talked about this on Facebook, but I thought there'd be no harm in reiterating it for YouTube. I never review a movie I don't like. And that may seem a strange kind of exclusivity to that, but it's for good reason.
Yes? Continue, young man.
Ingrained in the culture of film buffs is a thing called guilty pleasures. And I myself have been guilty of regarding certain films as guilty pleasures myself. For example, 10 Things I Hate About You. I, for a long time, regarded 10 Things I Hate About You as a guilty pleasure. Because, on the whole, I didn't feel like I was much of a fan of teen comedies. I thought they tended to be cheesy and overly cliched and crass and sexist, really. But I genuinely enjoyed 10 Things I Hate About You. And I felt, well, it's a teen comedy that I enjoy, so it must be a guilty pleasure. No, fuck that. If there's a movie that you enjoy, but everyone else seems, and to be honest, I don't know why I chose 10 Things I Hate About You as an example, because it generally gets a fair amount of love. But taking that off the table, when there's a movie that you love, that everyone else tells you is a bad movie, ignore those people. You love it. It doesn't matter. If you enjoy a film, then you enjoy it, you know? And feel free to enjoy it regardless of other people's opinions. And the issue that I tend to find with negative reviews, and the reason why I don't like doing them myself, is because there have been so many films that I've hesitated to watch, whether, you know, I just didn't like someone who was in it, or I didn't like the cover artwork, or the trailer, or it had a bad reputation. But then circumstances led me to actually watch it myself, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Films that you love come out of nowhere. It's a beautiful thing. There was a wonderful quote from Guillermo del Toro that I'm going to horribly butcher and paraphrase at the moment. He said, "Watching a film is like going on a blind date. Sometimes it can be terrible and ruin your night. Sometimes they can be nice, you know, and just a nice night out that you move on from and forget. And sometimes they can turn into lifelong romances. But the key point is that it's a blind date. You don't know what you're going into when you go into it. For everyone who loves a certain movie, there's someone who's not going to like it, and vice versa. So if I sat here and gave you a million reasons why I didn't like a certain movie, and you, for whatever reason, went, oh, fair enough, I won't watch it, I might be robbing you of your one and only opportunity to see your lifelong romance film, your favorite film ever made. And I wouldn't want to do that to you. Now, to be fair, not all of the films that I'm going to be talking about in these reviews are going to be lifelong romance films for you. You may hate some of them. But I always think, in terms of that, you know, it's 2 hours out of your life. What were you going to spend those 2 hours doing outside of watching that movie? Anyway, my point being, I wouldn't want to rob someone of their opportunity to see what may potentially be their favorite movie. So I don't think there's any such thing as guilty pleasures in terms of film. Unless, you know, you really get off to films like Birth of a Nation or something like that. Then you probably have reason to be guilty about that. And if you don't feel guilty about that, I don't know what to say to you. Sorry. Long story short, the motto of Hang the Critic is that every film has its audience. even if it's an audience of one. Right, that's all we got for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share. I hope you look for us on Facebook. Look for us on Instagram. Keep watching movies, and I'll see you when I see you.
I have a dick on my face, don't I?